So I know there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I've had a lot going on in my mind. And as before I started doing this, I was actually editing a video that I didn't realize was so long for something unrelated. This is not going to go on this page; it's going to go on another page. But I'll let you guys know about it in the meantime. Well, actually in the future. What I really want to talk about today is this whole thing with the current administration and the Russians. Now, you guys already know that Mr. Sessions has decided to recuse himself for any issues or any investigations ongoing with the Trump administration. And while there are some people that might feel like that's okay, I, for one, don't feel that's okay. And this is where an app like 5calls.org comes into place. It's called 5calls.org, the number 5 calls, CALLS.org. And basically, it's an app that you can download for your Android phone or for your iPhone. And it actually lets you reach out to your congressmen, your senators, and your representatives, and lets you speak directly to them about what concerns you have. And right now, personally, I'm still looking at my representatives to find out whether or not I'm going to vote for them in the next couple of years. But what I want these people to do is start pushing a full court press to have this man resign. Okay? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Anthony Weiner got removed from office for less. All right? But they would still say that, he lied about what he did. Jeff Sessions is now like the top law enforcement person in the United States. And he lied about having a conversation with the Russians, which in and of itself, maybe it doesn't look that good on its face, but why lie about it? And now this person has been appointed to Attorney General. And to me personally, it's not just about, the Russians. It's about he lied. Now, he's already got a history of not having a good track record with civil rights. Right? He's already got a history that is negative to people that are not of the same color that he is and of the same conservative background that he is. Okay, so you have a man like that in power, and yet he lied. And to me, that the two of them can't go together. All right. Once he got caught in the lie, he perjured himself. How are you going to have an attorney general that perjures himself over something as simple as whether or not he had a conversation with the Russians? Now, I don't know what would have happened to him if, it came out to be true that he actually had this conversation with the Russians, if he admitted it. But what we do know is that he lied about it. And if he lied about it, did he lie on his own? Or did he get coached into lying about it? How is this whole thing working? So I'm going to exercise my right to use 5calls.org. I'm going to contact my representatives, and I'm going to let them know you need to push to have this man removed from the Attorney General's position. Plain and simple. He's got to go. There's no way in the world that he's just going to just say, well, I'm just going to recuse myself from any further investigation. And he's still going to be there investigating, putting his stamp on civil rights issues and putting his stamps on race issues and giving much more broader authority to the police department, which, as somebody who was in law enforcement, I understand that there are certain things that the police are hand-tied about, and there are certain things that the police need to be able to do. But I have a bad feeling that this is going to go a little bit above and beyond what we recommend or what I feel like a police officer should be able to do. And if you think that, the crimes that have been inflicted by police on Black and Latino and other people, if you think that thing was rough during the Obama administration, you haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, so this is a man that's got to go because he's going to give full license to these people to run rampant and run roughshod and be a lot more abrasive to people of color and people of different sexual orientations and that sort of thing. And of course, the big deal, of course, denying people their right to vote with much more suppressive voting rights acts and much more suppressive rules and all sorts of other things. So he can't be allowed to stay in that position. He has to be removed. And it's up to our congressmen to push for him to resign, at the very least. Now, I know Al Franken is supposed to be asking for him to be called back for further questioning. I don't know if that's actually happened because I actually haven't looked at any, news or anything like that. But I feel like Mr. Franken has been way, way too nice to this man. I mean, I'm not sure how you could not know that this man has a history that is negative towards black people, and how you are going to just, be a little easy on this guy. Now, I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on underneath the surface that we don't know about. But all I know, once again, I'm telling everyone that I know, exercise your rights. You download the app, 5calls.org. That's the number 5, CALLS.org. There are already pre-made scripts. If you're not feeling like you really want to speak, you can read off the script. 5 calls, 5 minutes. It doesn't take that much time. Once you download the app, once you read the instructions, just do what you got to do. All right. And like I said, for me, I don't need a script. I'm telling each and every one of these people, there's a lot of priorities right now, but the big priority right now for me, as a black man in the United States of America, is to have this man removed from Attorney General, because he has no place to be there. He does not deserve it. He has not earned that right or that privilege. If Coretta Scott King was reluctant to endorse this man for a federal judgeship, there's no way in the world why we should even be considering that this man actually got the Attorney General's position. And now that he lied, now that he perjures himself, there's no way in the world that he can stay in that spot and just say he's going to recuse himself. There's no way. He can't do it. And we're going to put, our representatives' feet to the coals and say, you're going to stop this. You're going to push. You're going to do everything you need to do. I mean, let's not forget, the Republicans, when they were in the minority, they did everything that was in their power to obstruct Obama and to continue to do everything they could to make his administration a challenging administration at the very least. We cannot expect any less from our representatives. And I can tell you right now, if our representatives are not willing to do it, then we need to start looking at other people that will do it for us. We got a couple of years to go for our federal representatives. So this is an acid test. Let's see what they do. But first, they have to know that we are serious about it. They have to know that we are watching this, that we understand the ramifications of all this, and that we want them to take some action. Because, look, it's the Trump administration. And like I said, these people are not good people. They are on some BS, and they need to be held accountable for it. Okay? That's it. So once again, 5calls.org. It's an app that was developed by, like some government aides, and it's supposed to help you directly reach out to your representatives to let them know what you feel about certain issues that are going on. You can pick one of the issues that is, already pre-made for you on that page, or you could speak directly to them about things that are important to you. Like I said, this is important to me. There's a lot of things important to me. The whole thing with Betsy DeVos is important to me. The whole thing with that idiot. And this guy, I really don't know where he came from. How is it possible that a man who was supposed to be a neurosurgeon, a brain surgeon, could have the brains of a squirrel? How could you say something like that? I mean, these things are important to me. But Jeff Sessions, he got to go. He perjured himself. There's no question about it. He cannot stay on as Attorney General. He's got to go. 5calls.org. Download it for your iPhone or for your Android phone. Get involved. Resist. Fight the power. I'm out.